And both teams have their game faces on in the tunnel here. Every City against United at the Etihad Stadium. And wherever you are watching this game around the world, welcome to another massive game. City looking for their first ever double against United. Victorious at Old Trafford earlier this season by 3-1. And they know they need wins and goals in the remaining 6 games of the season. But Khadija Shaw is in the sort of form to deliver. No motivation against United. This is always the biggest game in the calendar. Two teams. There was a late change to the City side. Laia Alexandru was replaced Melvin Mallard. Nikita Paris won the title with City 8 years ago, but hasn't scored again, scoring before the 1-1 draw here last season. Leah Galton scored their goal, but she is currently 6 games to go. So much to play for. And the Manchester derby is underway with United in the red, City in the blue, and United attacking the goal away to our left in the first half. And the player who has come in today, Jesse, quickly into the action. Clark. And now Hasegawa. Hemp. Coombs joining in. Hemp again. Jace with a challenge, and it will be in 16 games this season. And Gareth Taylor has overseen against Manchester City this season. And of course that was on a day when City finished the... But there have been defeats in the Cups. Hasegawa, Shaw. And now Fowler, who was, and his team, not lacking support here today. It's been a disappointment for you. A variety of reasons they've not been able to maintain that sort of form. Hasegawa. But whatever happens here today, you decide Wahabi, and she's found Paris inside the penalty area, and that's an... And that was all down to the industry and power of Jace, brushing aside Wahabi. In towards Paris again. And there was momentary confusion there as Greenwood stepped in to head the ball away almost. And now Jace again has the time to bring the ball down. And the ball loops high off Wahabi. Paris is underneath it. Jace again, and it's all down to the Brazilian Jace, causing real havoc. City with 2/3 of the possession, but United with all of the shots. Park. His team need to score. United looking to play out and maybe playing their way into trouble. Greenwood. Fowler. Spins into the path of Hemp. This time she's away from Riviere, but the cross... 4 matches like this. Jace on the outside, but it's quickly cut out by Hasegawa. Kasparov. All very tight for Fowler. Paris quickly on to Jace. Jace, though, almost losing the ball to Hemp, but she is so strong on the ball. But in the end, Hasegawa coming back to win it and also earns the free kick. Wahabi again. And the shot from long range tests Marion. And that really is the beauty of Manchester City. They can create very little, then suddenly spring forward, and Jess Park nearly did that. Skinner, right. Hasegawa. Fowler. Shaw offside. Ability to play with players like Khadija Shaw in the team. It was the correct call with them. Of course, Manchester City fans just looking for their team to maybe offer a bit more going forward. But here is Paris, squares of Garcia, it's deflected, and the goalkeeper just about close again. It was the hard work inside the penalty area. Oh, there could be problems here. It's Park. And there's a lack of conviction there to the opposition. It was United's turn here. It was one back wide. Now Hem. Fowler. Park. And then fired in from long range and just wide. Hasegawa does have that in. And once again, United restricting City to efforts from that sort of range, but they've got the technicians to find the back of the net from there, and Hasegawa almost did. Hasegawa, Shaw. Now Coombs. Hem. Wahabi into Park! Brilliant! Super League goal for Manchester City for Jess Park, and it's come in the game which matters most. Out Jess Park, who has been one of the breakthrough stars in the Women's Super League season. Maybe a question of offside there against Shaw in the build-up. But then Wahabi on the overlap, pulling it in towards Park, and that in a game which really matters. Manchester United have not taken their chances, and now they fall behind. And here is Park again, and it's the cut back again. This time the shot's deflected, and Shaw makes it two. And it won't count. Park involved again. And Shaw was clearly offside when the shot was fired in by Coombs. Now an opportunity at the other end for Paris! For Manchester United. Hasegawa. Park stepping away from the challenge of Narlund. Coombs. Hasegawa. And the challenge from Zella. Park. Hasegawa. And it's looped towards goal, and it's turned in by Park again. Well, this is... She'd never scored for City in the WSL before this afternoon. And now she has two in 7 minutes. Park was involved in the short corner routine. Just track her run deep into the penalty area. Again, maybe a hint of offside as it was guided down by the box. But nobody had tracked the run of Park, and she untracked into the penalty area. And she has got both goals. And City, Manchester City are on top in the derby, the Women's Super League at half-time in the Manchester. And as far as the contest is concerned, and certainly as far as Manchester United are concerned, they need to score the next goal. But here is Park finding Shaw. It's Khadija Shaw, and it's 3-0. And within 34 seconds of Women's Super League, 17 in 16 games and counting. At the top of the table, Park with an assist to add to her 2 goals. Goal at Old Trafford. She scored the 3rd goal at the Etihad. And City are heading for their first derby double in the women. Fowler with the corner, it's deep, fisted clear by Earps, and deeper this time. Shaw was on the end of it, poked towards goal. Park. Now Fowler. It's left for Park again by Kasparai. On the back heel from Kasparai. Park again. Putting her teammates under pressure. Nilsson finding Riviere, but now Hem wins it back. Thanks to Jess Park and Khadija Shaw. And here is Fowler. Coombs. Kasparai. Hasegawa. Park. Fowler. Park. Looking to pick her way through. And in the end, City's depth they've got, both in the league and the FA Cup. Another free kick for Manchester City. Coombs. Hasegawa again. City here playing exhibition stuff at times, although right to Zellum. Now Jace. And that's a good ball forward for Williams. But in the end, she's just an end. Now Coombs from the clearance. That's nicely done. Hem. A counter-attack. Park. Now Fowler. Shaw and Hemp in the centre. Fowler may go alone. Just stretching there after that challenge on Jace, who is unable to gather. Garcia offside. Nilsson. Mannion. Kennedy on the end of it. Then Fowler. But they work the overlap and they cross deflected in. And handle titles with Chelsea. Maybe doing her bit for a former club. They work the overlap. And it took a big deflection off Kasparai. That may go down as an own goal in the end by the Dutch international. Toon again. Blundell with another cross in. Cleared as far as Jace. What can she produce here? Well, she goes for goal and it's deflected behind by Wahabi. It's another corner kick. Zellum will take the corner kick. Keating doesn't come for it. Cleared away initially. Now Blundell again in the wide area. There are two players down inside the box. Toon on the volley. It comes to Jace and it's over the top. United look to really create more pressure there. Both players were down. Bumped heads there as they look to get back into position to attack the cross from Hannah Blundell. The initial ball was cleared, and then you can see Jace. And it's hammered away. Anywhere will do for City at times. And Toon will chase, but Hasegawa will get there first. And she manages to dig out the clearance only as far as Garcia. Zellum. Well, he knew it's coming off. A crowd of just over 40,000 here today. United have the opportunity to break. Garcia steps infield beyond Kasparai. She's got Toon on the outside. Here is Ella Toon now. Williams in the centre, but Toon goes for it, and it's over the top for Manchester United. Opportunity for Garcia. Zellum. Mallard is waiting. Jace. managing to keep the ball in play. And United believing the game is still alive here. Well, maybe shows just about the player who went down as Manning made the challenge. Now it's cleared away as far as Shaw. And there is an opportunity for City to counter-attack with Fowler. It's a very deep cross, hemp though. Keating. Straight to Garcia. The early cross in for Mallard. Kennedy will rise and it will. Launched by Letizia. And the looping header towards goal from Turner, but Keating was. Chelsea, you feel? Maybe a case of who blinks first, and maybe neither will, and then it will come down to goals. Fowler. Hasegawa. Morgan. Park. And she's still going right at the end. Jess Park. Shaw in support. And she looks for support. Fowler will try and get there, but Letizia gets there first. No, she doesn't. It's Fowler. Shaw waiting. It's a first ever derby double for Manchester City. And there's no doubt a late own goal from Kirsten Kasperaj gave United some hope, but City were able to shut the door and they moved.